Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating nature-inspired watercolors in my studio, which are easy for you to do too. I share all my paintings with you on YouTube, and on our website dianeantone.com you can find free downloadable sketches for all the videos to help you make the most of your painting journey. And if you'd like a little bit more, we also have channel memberships with loads of perks for you to enjoy. So welcome on board, click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolour. Hi everyone, welcome to my studio, Diane here. Today I'm going to paint some cats, and I hope you like the style that I'm going to be doing them in. I've been sort of pondering about this for a while, how to do these. I'm trying to find a way that looks reasonably, I wouldn't say realistic, but cat-like, and yet is very easy to do. So here we go. Let's start off with one. I'm going to do three, and I have my example to my left here. This is the one I'm going to be painting from. I'm using my Kuretake set of paints, the, what do you call them? The Kuretake Gansai Tambi. And the colour that I'm just picking up here, I will learn the names of all these colours one of these days. I seriously will. That is maroon. This is maroon, and I'm going to paint the first cat in maroon with a little touch of brown in it, and that brown is burnt umber. So we just mix a little bit of brown into it. I've never seen a cat that was this colour, have you? But anyway, so I'm going to do three. And the way I'm going to paint these is I've got a piece of Etival, Clairefontaine Etival paper here. And I'm just going to paint basically a circle, which is the head. And then we'll make that a certain size. I can always make the ears a bit bigger if I want. And then I'm going to draw the body. I haven't sketched these out in advance or anything like that. I'm just literally drawing them with the brush. And if you do it like this, you can sort of see the cat growing under your brush as you go down the page. You can sort of see it developing, can't you? And then we'll put his tail over here, or her tail, like that. Our neighbour's cat has got very, very thin tail. I've never seen such a thin tail on a cat before. Then I'm going to just sketch in the legs by going in with some thicker paint, but I'll come back to that. That's just the preliminary. Okay. And then I'm going to drop a little bit more dark paint into the ears and sort of down one side. And then just put some stripes on his tail. And this is stage one. Okay, maybe we'll just make that a little bit more rounded. You can play around with the shape however you want. Then we'll do number two, and I think I'm going to do him in a sort of brown colour. So this is, what colour is that? That is raw umber deep. So that's like that. I might put a little bit of maroon in there to warm it up a little bit. And then we'll put this one next to him. Same deal. We'll draw a circle with the brush, put in some ears, and then just come down with the body. Absolutely minimalistic, nothing fancy. If you look online, you'll find loads and loads of similar cats. People painting sort of stylized cats. But this is my take on it, for better or worse, and put the legs in here like that. And make his bottom a little bit rounder, a bit more dark down there. And let's pop some dark into his ears, or her ears. Okay, it's not dry enough yet to put the stripes in, so we won't do that. This one's a little bit smaller than the other one, but doesn't matter. And then the third one, let's do him in a kind of gingery colour, sort of. This can be Arthur, our cat. Such a terrible cat, that one. No, he's not. He's lovely. Don't tell Tamsin I said he was terrible. He's not really. You can have this one sort of looking a bit to the side if you want, if he seems to want to go that way. And then we'll put in his tail. And then just make his legs a tiny bit darker with a little bit of brown mixed in. Stripes. And perhaps a little bit of brown in his ears. And then we have to wait for this to dry. And at the same time, I'm going to decorate it with some flowers. So we'll just pick up a little bit of pink, something like that. And I'm going to put some flowers, different colours. Get some yellow into the pink, and that will give us an orangey colour. So we'll put, oops, no, don't like that. There's one thing I really don't like, it's when paint starts to look like dried blood. That I do not like, so we'll change that, we'll make that blue. That's better. A blue flower. And what other one should we have? Should we have a yellow flower? Yeah. Okay, and we'll finish those off with pen later on. But now what I need to do is grab the hairdryer, get the hairdryer. Okay, so you can do one of two things now. We could put the faces in first, which I think is what I'll do, and then we'll do the embellishment. So I've got a micron pen here. I was reading about all the different characteristics of the various different fine liners the other day, and some people say that these are by far the best because they're the darkest. So we're going to put, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two sort of semicircles here like that first of all. Then I'm going to get my white and I'm going to put a U shape underneath. Then I'm going to put the pupil in there. And then adjust the eyelid a little bit. Then we're going to put tiny nose and a little mouth. Just keep it really small. Whoops. Handshake, handshake. Not the right kind of handshake. And then the whiskers like that. Okay. And then we'll go back to paint. And I'm going to mix up a darker red, quite thick, and then we'll just paint in the feet and legs like this in darker colour on top of the body. And we'll go back and just emphasize the stripes a little bit more like that. And let's put some darker colour in the inside of his ears. And we could, if you wanted to, give him some cheeks like that. And could have little stripes on his forehead like that. But then what I want to do next is I'm going to put a collar or a ribbon. Come on, pen, don't let me down. I'm going to put a white collar Just very lightly, use the pen very lightly because it comes out better that way with a little bow. There we are. And then what I'm going to do is give him a decoration. I'm going to do my favorite embellishment, which is these little dots. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. And then we'll put some more on his tail. Okay. And then I don't know if I'll get away with the toenails. Probably should wait for that to dry. So there's number 1. This, of course, because it's slightly damp, will go pink because it's sitting on top of a red. But it will, when it's dry, you can go over it again. Okay, so now the second one. Because he is dark in color, we need to do our embellishments in a lighter shade. So I'm going to do it in white. So we're going to give him eyes like that. I'm just copying my original here, so excuse me if I go away for a bit. I'll give him a nose and a mouth in white. And then we'll go to the black pen. And that one's not dark enough. There we go. This is a bigger one. There we are. So give him some nice eyelids. Like that. And his whiskers. Like that. There we are. And now we'll do his legs. Want it nice and dark, so I'll mix the dark brown with a bit of black to give me something that will stand out. Against the rest of the body colour. And then we'll re-emphasize stripes on his tail. Make that a bit weaker. And we can give him his cheeks. Like that. And then we can do embellishments on him. We can do whatever we want. Little V's is one thing you could do. And the collar. You could do the collars in gold or some silver if you wanted to. And I'm going to do a bow tie on this one. There we are. Just lighten that up a little bit. Have to let it dry and then we see what we've got. And then number 3. Oh, I could do one of the flowers now. I expect that's probably dry. So I'm just going to do really squinchy flowers like that. And this one. do them now because otherwise if I don't, I'll forget. And we will probably just give a little bit of outline to the legs and the tail on this one, and this one later when it's dry. Okay, so now number 3. Paint the inside of the ears. Give him some more stripes on his tail. Paint in his legs. It's very easy, and you can develop your own style. You know, people talk about how am I going to develop my style? You know, it's quite a commonly addressed issue, and then people go on and they start painting, you know, landscapes and huge bouquets of flowers and stuff like that. I think if you want to develop a style, you're better off starting with something like this, like a cat. Paint a lot of cats. Develop your style through cats. That would be my suggestion. I had a friend once in England who collected cat figurines, and she had hundreds. Her whole house was full of different cats. Hundreds and hundreds of these china cats. She was literally obsessed with them, and every now and again I'm just doing him a little white nose. Every now and again she would get them all out and wash them, and it would take her like 3 days to clean these things. But it did teach me something, which was that the cat is something that can be endlessly altered and still look like a cat. There's only 1 or 2 things about a cat that need to remain constant for it to be a cat. Choose a subject and paint it a lot, and your style will emerge. Somebody did ask me the other day, where did you get your style from? And I answered by saying simply, I painted a lot, because that's all there is to it, really. If I have a style, I don't know that I do, but, you know. Okay, so then this one needs his collar too. I'm going to do black, and I'm going to do another bow tie. You can change the expression on the cat very easily just by altering the angle of the eyes and stuff like that. Then this one needs embellishment too, with white, I think. Maybe I'll do just plain old dots. Toenails. This one needs toenails. Toenails. And let's make his eye a little bit bigger, a little bit whiter. And maybe we'll just add a little touch of gold in the leaves of the plant, for example. Plants. A bit of gold on their bow ties. And there we are. Okay, so the cats are all finished now, and what I feel I really want to do is to give them a bit of a background, because I don't quite feel they are complete. So I'm going to pick up some very dilute colours from my, first of all, actually, I'm going to just stick this down a little bit because it's kind of popping up now it's got dry. So we'll just use a bit of washi tape here to hold it down so it doesn't curl up quite so badly. I don't find that washi tape lifts the texture of the paper really, unlike builder's tape that we used to have to use until they invented washi tape, which often lifted the paper, which is not a good thing. So anyway, this works fine. So I'm just going to pick up some very dilute pink, and I'm not going to be too worried about painting very, very accurately around the cat, because I don't want to get too close, because I might make the paint run. So we'll just keep it very light, just going to paint round the pushty cat. And behind the flowers, we can go over them very lightly, then they won't run, and just makes them a little bit darker. And you'll see that this will turn out to be quite a nice background. You just keep it really light and change colours. Go from this one, for example, to the purpley one, slightly bluer. Just rub it a little bit so that it picks up the edge and doesn't leave a hard edge. Go around the blue flower. And this is just really partly for the sake of making the whole painting more unified, because you want the whole thing to kind of hang together. And if the cats are all sitting on white, there's not that much interest in the background. It doesn't work quite so well. So now the third colour we're going to use this, the red here, the carmine, I think it is. Dilute that a bit. Let it run where it joins the other colour. Just quickly running it round. There's no need to fuss about this. Just make it easy. Make it bright and cheerful and youthful. Don't worry about any backgrounds. It's best not to touch them or try to correct them. And then let's stand them on something. They need to have to stand on a base. So we'll just put some orange and some lilac there. Any colour you like, whatever you fancy. A bit more orange perhaps. It's quite nice and jolly. That's a good word. We don't use that word often enough, do we, jolly, you think? We'll just give them some ground to stand on there. And then there's all sorts more things that you could do. You could put more, once it's dry, you could put more flowers. You could use more line work. You could come in with your white pen and do some more lifting of colour, make it more interesting, perhaps, if you felt that way inclined. But now at least it's coherent. It's all got a kind of, what do you call it, a sort of, it's a unified painting. So there we are. Say hello to my 3 pussycats, and I'll say bye-bye for now. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, turn on notifications and all the rest of it. Go and visit us at dianeantone.com, and I will put a sketch of these cats on there for you to use if you want to. It's free to download. So I'll let you go now, and I'll see you again soon, everybody. Bye for now. Bye-bye.